Okay. Okay, we're working on a 98 Mazda Protégé front pads. This area is fine. We took the lug nuts off. And then what you can do is use the tire as a protection. Put it over here so if you drop the car, you'll be safe. And then you put some wood block in the back. Okay. And before you work, you shake the car. Make sure it's safe. See, I'm shaking the car. It's safe. And the way you're going to do it is you're going to get this bolt off and this bolt off right here. And then this part will pop up. And this is the cylinder. You're going to squeeze this cylinder and push the fluid back through here. Make sure your reservoir is open. So there we go. We're going to go ahead and work on it, okay? Okay, as you see, the brake pad is very low. It hasn't damaged the surface yet. And the way we found out it was low is because the reservoir on the brake fluid was low. We had low brake fluid. That was the indication that this cylinder right here is moving a lot and it's taking a lot of fluid to move because it has to move further because the pad is worn out. So from there we found out that we have a brake problem or coming up problem. It's taking a 14 millimeter right here. We're going to do a 14 millimeter right there, 14 millimeter right there, and this thing will pop out, okay? Make sure you don't have the emergency brake on. Some cars. Okay, another thing we have to do is get these pins out. They're just like a nail. They go in and out. You push them out, appears to be. That's the first time I see it, one like that. So that's another thing we need to do. Just push these nails. All right, here, this little piece of metal is holding this shaft, and you need to get it out of the shaft so the shaft can move. Make sure to get this little wire out, okay? Okay, the hardest part about the job is how these wires go. Just make sure you take lots of pictures. This one goes, the one on the left goes through this hole and that hole, and the other one that is on top goes in the middle of this and this. This will go here, this will go here, and then you got one holding here, one holding here. That's the most complicated system I ever seen on many cars. Okay, we're using a C-clamp right here to squeeze this. This is common in every car. Only part that was different on this vehicle was those springs that I showed you. So anyway, so we're squeezing it, and this will make sure you open the brake reservoir, okay? So this is going to go back, and once this reaches here, then it's been pushed all the way back, okay? Okay, the brake pads have a curve. The brake pads have a curve on them, and this wheel has a curve. So match the curve. It will go like this. Okay, it will go like this, not like this, because the curve doesn't match. Match the curve. This rotates this way, so is this. And when I take these off, I put them in the same place. Like I go to the right, it's the first one, and I put that one on the left. That way I don't get them confused. If you notice, this has the round circle on it. So the round circle came from this. So this is where it goes, really. Alrighty. Actually like that. That's how it goes. So anyway, make sure you don't get them mixed up. Take pictures and watch this video. And give me a thumbs up for being detailed. When you put it back together, make sure you put this clip in the correct order. If you took some pictures, you get it right. This will be underneath, not on the top. It will be underneath this little piece of metal, okay? I did not use these smaller ratchet. I had to use the big one, and then the big one wasn't big enough, so I had to use extension on it, cheater bar. If you do it like this, when you pull on this, you get more power. These bolts been in, it took a lot of power to get the bolts out. So that's one way you can get an extension. You see how I can turn the ratchet, and I used my bigger one. So anyway, that's your tip. I don't know if you can see the reservoir, but it's going to get full. It was empty. We had to release this for the pressure for the air to come out. Make sure you don't get any brake fluid. If you don't do this and leave it like open, brake fluid will shoot out and hit the paint. Will damage the paint. Make sure the cover is there loosely for the air to go in and the brake fluid not to shoot out, okay? And here we got the bolts off, and here's one bolt, there's another one. And now we're going to get a hammer and hit this thing with a hammer to loosen it. That's the only thing that's holding it. So here we go. It's rather, just go back and forth. Make sure you don't have the brakes on. So anyway, you keep doing it till you get it out, okay? That's the only thing that's holding it. And these are tough metal, so don't be scared. Okay, our best result was when we put the crowbar in the middle and pushed. That worked the best to get the system out instead of using the hammer. The hammer, no, that didn't work. The crowbar works the best. Put it in the center and push. And make sure you support the line with a coat hanger, okay? Okay. On the other side, these pieces gave us problem because they need to be flush with this. You need to push them back for them to go back in. You see how it goes right here? So get a hammer or whatever, push them back in so they can slide back in. When you're done, right now if I try to put it back in, it may not work. So this needs to be pushed back, this part, and the one on the bottom as well for your success, okay? Okay, this is the finished product. As you can see, there's plenty of pads, everything good. This particular vehicle, front pads are different if you have, if your back brakes are disc or not. So they make several pads for the vehicle. It's a 98 Mazda Protégé. Talk to you later. Don't forget that you have to put some fluid in the pistons, and the way you do it is push the brake a couple of times. Do it 3 times till it gets hard. If you don't do that, you do not have brakes. Do not start the car till you finish doing that. You do not need to bleed. No bleeding. Just press. It should take you 5 seconds to put some fluid in there. Good luck. Thank you. Hey, it's another day and we finished the project, but I forgot to ask you to subscribe. So I'm asking you to subscribe or press like, whichever you like, up to you. But that will get us to motivate us to create more content. Always subscribe to the creators if you like them. So y'all have a great day and we see you on the next project.